day one of our free 3-day Canva workshop, where Lazelle de Kock outlines a calculated approach to building a successful digital marketing business by moving from mindset of hard labor to one of working smarter. She details her personal transition from a struggling salon owner to a high-earning entrepreneur, emphasizing that financial freedom is accessible to anyone with a smartphone and the willingness to learn. The core of her instruction focuses on identifying a specific niche and solving a clear problem for your perfect customer, rather than simply following a broad passion. Lazelle also introduces the money-making formula that uses a digital product as a bridge to transport clients from point A, which is their pain points, to point B, which is their desired goals. Throughout this entire session, Lazelle advocates automated systems and done-for-you programs to bypass the technical hurdle that often discourages beginners. This is a practical framework for launching digital and affiliate marketing without high overhead costs. I will see you in day 2.
House. I've been to Pretoria in the house. We've got Jayma in the house. There we go. There we go. Awesome, everybody. If you are brand new on this workshop, in other words, you've never attended a workshop like this before with me, put new in the comments there for me. I want to see who's all the newbies on here. So exciting, right? Ooh, look at that. Look at that. I love it. I love it. Man, the comments are flying. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, I'm so excited to have you here. I absolutely love doing a workshop like that. Have you ever felt good when you give something away for free? Can I just get a yes in the comments? Have you ever felt good if you could just give something and you know people are going to benefit from that? Yes? I think that's why I love doing this, because I just know, like I know, this is going to be a life-changing 3 days for you. It's only an hour every single day. So I want to encourage you to tuck away anything that is distracting. I want you to get quiet, maybe take a notebook out, maybe take a pen out, okay? Because you're going to want to take some notes, okay? We are going to record it, so I will send the recording straight after. But I want you to be locked in. Okay, can I get a yes in the comments? Are you ready? Are you ready for the 3 days, guys? Can we launch? Awesome! So excited! All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sharing my screen, and we are going to go through a couple of slides because I need to help you build a decent foundation, okay? Before we launch into the practical stuff, this is why I've got my whiteboard on here. I just need to get the foundation straight, okay? So let me know in the comments first, why are you here? Is that, let me know, are you want to leave your 9 to 5? Do you want to make some extra income? Do you want to just go digital with the business you currently have? Do you want to learn how to create your own digital product? Let me see. I want to retire. Want extra income? Yes, financial freedom. Yo, extra income, financial freedom, all of it. Right? Yes, digital, extra income freedom. Oh my goodness, you are on the right call. Okay, so if you don't know me, I'm Lazelle. I'm the creator of the Digital Magnetic System. It is a done-for-you system that teaches you, how to launch faster online. But that's not why I'm here tonight. On the next 3 days, I'm actually going to show you for free how you can create your own digital product and launch an income stream. The reason I created this workshop, I think it's the 3rd one now. Hey team, I think it's the 3rd one. The reason I launched this workshop was for the very, very reason that a lot of people, they don't know how to launch in the online space. They normally think it's too good to be true. Sometimes some people just don't have that extra money. So this is a fantastic way for you to launch. Start with something, start getting that extra income. And if you are ready, you can plug into a done-for-you system so that you can go faster. Okay, so I want you to really lock in these next 3 days. It's so important because today what we're going to focus on is I'm going to focus on why digital, how do you start even thinking about creating a digital product? Where does it even go? And even if you don't want to create a digital product, it's going to make so much sense to you. And this is why I want to encourage you to come every day and join live, okay? Because there's just like nothing like going live, right? You want to join live. It's going to make so much sense. I have people that's been in the digital space. I think the last one I heard about was 2 years. or 3 years, and she never understood the digital space as she did when she joined a workshop like this. It's just going to make sense. Everything is just going to not be confusing anymore, and you are going to be so clear after these 3 days. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start sharing my screen. We're going to go through a couple of these slides. Okay, let me go. So I called it Break the Paycheck Cycle because, if you have a business, I always say, if you are chasing money in your life, you will never have enough. But when you want to solve problems, when you want to really help people, you will become a magnet for money. Hence the digital magnetic system. That's why I call it that way, because it truly is. People think that there's some magic pull or some magic button that you press and then just money falls out. That doesn't work like that. There's a strategy and something that you need to learn to be able to really break that paycheck cycle. So instead of just living month to month or, always stressing about finances, you can actually start digital. Oh, and I'm going to excite you so much because it can really change the entire game for you. And it's all a proven process. It's a process. It's a learning the skills. That's where it starts. Okay. So before we get started, I want to say something because I know a lot of people feel this way, but they just don't like to say this out loud. Okay. A lot of people feel today like they are stuck in what I call the paycheck cycle. Let me know in the comments there. Put a yes if you are there, or just a 1 in the comments if you feel like you're stuck in the paycheck cycle. It can look like anything. Maybe you enjoy your job. Maybe it's amazing, right? But you're just like, oh my goodness, I am stuck in not having enough. I want to go overseas. I want to buy my kids stuff. I want to not depend on a salary every month. Okay? Awesome, awesome. Okay, so most people believe the only way to earn more is to work more hours. But there is another model, and this is what you're here for, that has exploded in the last few years, and that is digital products. So I'm going to get into exactly how this works. Today, I want to show you exactly how this model works and how ordinary people, like I had to Google digital marketing before I started. You can choose if you want to believe it or not. I seriously had to Google, what is that? I had no clue. And this is what's so exciting because us ordinary people can use this model to create additional income streams. So over the next 3 days, this is what we're going to do. We're going to walk through 3 steps. First, we're going to get an understanding on how digital income actually works. And then we're going to create something simple that people want to buy. And I really want you to lock in, like I said, and really imagine yourself in this because it's going to just completely make sense to you. I will also show you the shortcut. So there's a long way of doing things and there's a short way of doing things. And I'm going to show all of it to you. Okay. And third, we're going to turn that into a real income stream. Exciting, right? So I just want, because I know a lot of people have their things like, oh my goodness, I can't talk like that. I can't walk like that. I'm not a tech expert. I don't have 1,000 followers. I'm barely on social media. I just want to let you know, you don't need any of that. You definitely do not have to have it all figured out from day one. If I can get started not knowing anything, you can do. Okay, and you'll hear through the course of the 3 days from other people, normal people as well. So the digital economy, this is why we want to go digital, because it's booming. Over 5.3 billion people use social media every day. And 82% of buyers say social media influences them. Put a yes in the comments if you agree. Do you agree that social media influences your buying decisions on what you buy, right? Let me see. Yes, yes, yes. You'll see I ask you a lot of questions because that's how I get my energy. Okay, people always want to know where I get my energy. That's where I get it. So the e-learning industry, which is information products, that is what's growing the fastest. It's people are buying not just information, but a way to do things. If you know how to do something, people are willing to pay for that shortcut. And this is why the digital economy is just booming. I don't have too much detail or don't have so much time with you that I can go into detail with this, but our history has shown us. First, it was factory workers. Your income was tied to the place that you worked, and your income was tied to the time that you worked. Like retail jobs, 9 to 5, working at a factory. Then it moved into the information economy, where now people started charging for their services, like doctors and psychologists and not even professional people and teachers or started to charge for their services. And then this is where we are now. Now it's all moved into the digital economy where people are using the internet to actually deliver the products, create and deliver the products, which is so, so awesome. So a lot of people, when they want to start making money, they ask me, Lizelle, I don't know what to create. I just have no idea what to create, okay? But what they're actually asking the wrong question, okay? They're actually asking the wrong question. You're going to see now. We are going to find your profitable niche. We're going to identify what makes it work and identify your buyers, your perfect customer, okay? So they ask what, and they should be asking who. Because if you don't know who you're selling to, it really doesn't matter what you create. Is that making sense? It really doesn't matter. I have all the time people saying to me, like I had someone yesterday saying to me, Lizelle, I want to invent something or I want to create something amazing. I'm thinking of so many ideas and I have so many ideas. What can I create? And I'm like, you're asking the wrong question. You need to ask, who do you want to help? Where are you seeing a problem? Where are you seeing a problem that you would love to help with? Who would your perfect customer be? Now, write this down for me, Salon. Who would you like to help? Just write it down. I don't want you to overthink this part. Overthinking is what keeps us stuck. I just want you to write it down. After this workshop, it's all going to make sense. Okay. Let's carry on. Okay. So the reason why most people never make money online is because they ask that question. They should be asking, who am I creating this for? What problem am I solving that they are willing to pay for? Okay. Money is created from this formula. One person, one problem, one solution. That is the money-making formula. You can write this down as well or take a screenshot because this is going to be very, very important and it's going to make so much sense, especially tomorrow. One person, one problem, one solution. So now I want to chat a little bit about the niche, okay? So there are different niches. A niche is who you help and what problem you solve. So write down 3 things that you have overcome, that you've learned or could teach someone else. Just think about it again. Don't overthink this part. Okay, I'm just going through the slides and then we'll get practical. Just think about it. The 3 things that you've overcome, learned, or could teach someone else. So I was in a financial stressful situation about 2 years ago. I was already working full-time. I opened up my own beauty salon thinking that I was going to be my own boss, thinking that I was going to have a lot of time. And at the end of the day, I was still working hard because if I wanted to make more money, I had to work more. So I was sitting with an issue. I was sitting with a problem because the problem was I needed more income. So for those of you on this call and that's your main problem, this is going to help you. I needed more income. And I knew that I couldn't work more because I'm a mom of 3. I've got like 3 daughters that keep me very busy. And I had a full-time job. I had to work more to make more money. And I was sitting with this issue. And I knew the online world was going digital. But I didn't understand how I could physically make more money. Because you see, that's the thing. We are used to the paycheck cycle. We are used to working hard. So when we hear something new, like you can make a full-time salary working a couple of hours a day on your digital business, it sounds too good to be true. Because we don't realize technology is involved here. Technology has made it so easy for us. Think about that phone in your hand right now. Can you guys remember when we had the BlackBerry or the very first phones that came out? Put a yes in the comments if you remember. Because I want to ask you this question. Can you remember when we had the QWERTY keypad, right? And we were like texting each other. And then all of a sudden, they started bringing out the touchscreen. Is there anyone on here that was like, I don't want a touchscreen? Put me if that's you. That said, I don't want a touchscreen. I'm happy with what I have right now. I'm used to texting. I'm happy with that. Because that was me. I didn't want a touchscreen. I was happy with what I was busy with because this is how we are. We are so convenient. We get used to something and we don't want to change. It just is like that. We don't want to change because we don't want to learn something new most of the time. So it's easier to say, oh, this phone, this touchscreen, oh, I don't need that. This is too good to be true. Meanwhile, you don't know how easy this touchscreen is going to make your life. You don't know how the latest iPhone can do a lot of stuff for you. Like I WhatsApp by speaking and say, hey, what's up to Zanelle? This is my message. And she WhatsApps for me in the car. I don't even touch the screen. You know how much time it's saving me as a mom? This is quite cool, right? There's so many features. It creates my diary for me. I use ChatGPT to write emails, to talk, to write out a long conversation. I didn't know that before, but technology has made it so much easier. So it's saving you time and it's saving you money because now technology is at your fingertips. So if you were still doing the BlackBerry or you're still using your own Nokia 3310, I feel sorry for you, right? I'm sure you don't want to go back to that because it can't even take proper pictures, man. Now you can have your whole life on your phone because it's just easier. The same with the digital marketing space. A lot of people think, oh, it's too good to be true. And, who is going to want to buy that, do that? Well, that's the way of the future. This is the future of work. It just is. It is what it is. So you're either going to get onto it and start working smarter instead of harder, or you're going to still be with your first phone, be at your job and do that. Like even doctors, I have doctors that bought from me, psychologists, very professional people that are in the online space because they realize they can help more people without physically working more, which is amazing. Okay. So we still need physical work. I'm not saying let's do away with it, but we still need it. So a profitable niche, you'll see on the left, I have the little golden circle there. That is what you know. Something that you can teach, your knowledge, your skills, something that you're passionate about. And on the right-hand side is what people are willing to pay for. Because here's the thing. People think that they need to create something that they are passionate about. People told me that. So I would keep on thinking, what can I create that I'm passionate about, that I can make a lot of money with? Sometimes you have to do some things that you don't want to do now so that you can do what you love later. That is the wrong question or the wrong idea to create something that you're passionate about. You should be creating something where there's a need, where there's a demand. I've seen it so many times. People create a digital product or even a physical product and they don't get it sold. And their marketing is not even bad, but they're not getting it sold because it doesn't solve a problem. It's just a nice to have. Is this making sense? Okay. So when you have the two circles interfacing like this is your skills and your passions. And this is what people pay for. This middle part, that's your profitable niche. That will make sure that the niche that you choose to work in is profitable. So what is a niche? A niche is a certain customer that you help. I'll give you an example. The fitness niche. It's very big and it's large, okay? The fitness niche. So if I'm someone that lost a lot of weight and I built some muscle, I can teach people how to lose weight and build muscle the way I did, right? I can teach them that because I know already people are willing to pay for it. And why do I know that? Because there are already similar products out there. I get this question all the time, is the market not saturated? A part of saturation, the proof is that then there's demand. Look at all the coffee shops there are, look at all the beauty salons, and there's still new ones opening up every single day, and they all are making money. It's because there's demand for it. Okay, and we are over 5.3 billion people on social media. So you will know if there's a demand if you go to Amazon or you go to Takealot. I normally go and Google books. Go look for the books. Are there books written about it? Because if you find the books, people are buying it. If you want to create a digital product and you go find it and it's like, oh, there's one, it means it's in demand. If you don't find it and you want to invent something from scratch, you're going to have a difficult time in getting into a profitable niche. Okay? So you want to do that. So your skills and your passions needs to service those that I can help. So if I'm passionate about helping people lose weight because I remember feeling bad, I remember being very depressed, I'm just giving you an example, then, and it becomes my passion because now I got a transformation. I'm feeling amazing. I want to help someone else. So now I can literally, with a good thing that I want to do, I can help someone and I can get paid for it. Is this making sense? Yes, if this is making sense. Right? Okay. So a lot of people, when they start with an online business or even a regular business, they try and sell to everyone. That's the wrong thing to do. Why am I saying that? I want to give you an example. So I like to use the fitness example because it's just everybody knows about the fitness. Okay. If I think about yourself now, if I say to you, if I put a post up on social media and I'm like, I help you get fit, or I'll help you lose weight, contact me. Okay. That's now one scenario. And what if I do another scenario and I say, I help postpartum moms get back into shape in 12 weeks. If you're the postpartum mom that's trying to get back in shape, which one are you going to listen to, 1 or 2? Can you see? This is how you call your perfect customer out online. People want to say, I'm selling this, but you're not going to reach anybody. By trying to sell to everybody, you're going to end up selling to no one. But if you focus on the one person, that's why I said the money making formula is one person, one problem, one solution. If you can speak to the one person, you're going to call them out. So, for example, what I do is I'm a mom of 3 daughters. Okay. And like I said to you 2 years ago, I was done. I was just done. I wasn't looking to build a career. So I couldn't speak to the career mom, for instance. I wasn't looking to build a career. I wasn't looking to be rich. All I wanted was to stop stressing about my finances. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And I was working because I couldn't afford to be a stay-at-home mom. And I was okay with that because I just accepted the fact that I would probably never be that stay-at-home mom. But that was the heart's desire was I wanted to be at home with my kids because I would come home late at night. They will get my leftovers. I wouldn't have energy for my kids. And I would never forget, just in a moment like I felt like they just grew up so quickly. If you've got kids, you're probably going to understand. They just grow up so quickly. And here I was stressing every day, not being present with them because I'm stressing about finances, although I was working full time. So when I was looking for a way to earn more income and I found digital marketing and I started learning how it worked. I started with the done for you system, later on created my own digital products. It completely changed my life. And I had that transformation. I was like, oh my word, every single parent needs to know you do not have to choose between job and being at home. You don't have to choose. I had to choose all my life. And now I'm the voice for those who are still stuck in that. I'm telling you, you don't have to be. So when I create my content online, I don't speak to everybody. I don't say, hey, I'm going to teach you how to make money online. Come, I'm going to teach you. You can become rich, blah, blah, blah. You know, you've got people online that they drive with their Ferraris. They show their nice watches. That's not me. That's not what I wanted. I just wanted to not stress. And I know that that's where my perfect customer is. My perfect customer is that customer. She's not looking to create an empire. He's not looking to create a business. They're not career driven. They want to focus on what's important in life, on relationships, on their kids, on family, and they just don't want to stress. So when I speak to my perfect customer on social media and I do short videos like that, they hear me. Does that make sense? If I spoke to anyone, they won't hear me. Right? That's what you want to do. This is why super niching, I call it super niching, is when you really super niche it down and you really are very, very specific on who it is that you're helping. You speak to that one person in your content, on your website, in your product. They've got one problem. You have one solution for them. Don't try and create a lot of products. I've seen it all the time. People start with one product and they're like, okay, let me create this. No. You just want to create one because that person, it's like going to a doctor. If you are pregnant, ladies, are you going to keep on going to a normal GP or you want to go to a specialist? Maybe you've got, I don't know, it's your first child or whatever. Who would you choose to? If money is not an option, would you go to the specialist? Or if you have, God forbid, some disease or whatever, and you need to be set on a treatment that you know is going to work, are you going to go to a specialist or are you going to go to a GP? You want to go to someone that specializes in it. That's how you show up online. People want to come to you because you specialize in that specific area. Is that making sense? Okay. So examples here on the left hand is maybe you are good with Canva. Okay, so I've got some goodies planned for you. I'm telling you, you're really gonna get some amazing things on here. But let me give you an example. If you are good with Canva, maybe you do designs or whatever, you can either create the designs and sell it, or maybe you can, like, let's say your niche is the beauty industry, and you decide, I'm going to create Canva templates that the beauty therapist or the beauty salon owners, that they can go post on social media. That's super niching, because instead of creating designs for everybody, you create it for a specific person, because you might know that a beauty salon owner has to work hard and she's tied up with clients. She doesn't have time for social media, but she still needs to feature on social media. Can you see one person, one problem, and you've got the solution? So, and an example is you can have a digital product business like that, Canva, and you help that customer, and the customer is already willing to pay for it. I know I was, because they don't have the time, and they know if they don't market their business, they won't have a business. Okay, so there are 3 profitable categories. Here are the most profitable ones. It's health, wealth, and relationships. Okay, so wealth, it could be money, it could be business. Relationships could be lifestyle, it could be personal growth. Those are the most profitable niches. Okay, so the broad category is, like I use now, is fitness, and the niche is then the postpartum business for new moms, something like that. So think about, if you had to help a broad category, what's going to set you apart? What are you going to niche down? What are you going to specialize in? Okay, rules for a profitable niche is you need to have a clear problem and a clear solution, and then there needs to be market demand. So people need to already be searching for this, and you can go, like I said, Amazon, Takealot, Google, go check and see if there are similar products out there. And also your experience. The best for you to sell something is if you had that transformation. I see really that this is what makes people successful, is if you have that transformation. So this is something that you can screenshot, because this is what you need to define. I help who achieve what result using what method. Just this. If you get this in, like even for your own product, or if you want to start on a faster way, everybody needs to know this about themselves. Who do you want to help? I help who achieve what result using what method. Okay, so example, I help moms start digital businesses from home using done-for-you systems. I help busy parents with healthy meals without having, I help busy parents with, I help very busy parents achieve health without using, or with, man, what am I thinking? I help busy parents to be healthy and have a healthy family without having to worry about going to the grocery store. Something like that, okay? If it's someone that's in the recipe. So here's just a little bit about me. I already told this now, but that's me, the salon on the left-hand side. Okay, worked extremely hard. If you're working a 9 to 5 or even longer hours, I feel for you. Because as much as I enjoyed this job, it just wasn't bringing the financial freedom that I was looking for. And today, I went from being broke to making over $500,000 online through digital marketing, guys, through having a product, through digital products. That's how I make it. And I make a full-time income from home. And I get to spend time with my family. This is how my daily things look like. If it's not winter, we're out. Okay, so I want to give you some testimonies of people that have already done it. I love sharing Kiara's testimony, because she actually started with the done-for-you system. She lost a lot of weight. And I remember when she came to me, she said, Lizelle, I lost a lot of weight. I had a body transformation. I'm ready for a financial one. And then she started with my done-for-you systems, and she started learning the skills in there on how the digital products work and how you create your own. And she created her own digital product, because people started asking her, as she was sharing her story, they started asking her, but what did you do? Can you see? People are drawn to transformation. And then she said, well, in that case, there are so many people asking, I'm going to create an ebook on this. I'm going to create a PDF. And she did. And she sold it at $99 and she made over $3,600 within a couple of weeks. That's what's possible if you learn the skills to be able to get started, right? So I think it wasn't just that. I wanted to share something else as well. So the next phase is identifying your perfect customer, okay? Knowing who your customer is changes everything. Okay. So a lot of people, they don't know who they talk to because they have a product and they just want to sell the product, but they don't even know who they're selling to. They don't know their perfect customer. And if you don't know your perfect customer, you are going to end up selling to no one. That's what I touched on earlier, right? You stop guessing what to post if you know who your perfect customer is and you know exactly what they need to hear. I call it speaking your customer's language. When they are scrolling online, they're like, oh my goodness, she gets me, right? She gets me. She gets me. That is when they know they hear you are talking their language. Is there anyone on here, when I spoke about my income, is there anyone that spoke to? Just put a 1 in the comments if it spoke to you when I spoke about my income and that I was working all the time and missing out time with my kids. Exactly, right? So you most probably someone that's a perfect customer because you feel called out because you relate to what I just shared, right? The same with you. If you can share what the transformation that you've gone through, the pain points, and we're going to get into that shortly, your customers, it's going to become effortless to be able to sell online. And you stop chasing random followers. You attract buyers who are looking for what you offer because followers doesn't matter. This is why I said in the beginning, you don't need a lot of followers. I always say, do you want 2,000 followers who are not going to buy from you? Or do you want 200 followers that's your perfect customer that's going to buy from you? Let me know in the comments. Would you want 2,000 followers just so you look like you have a large account? Or would you rather want the 200 that's going to buy from you instead of having a lot? Exactly, right? And this is the biggest misconception online because people, when they want to see if someone's legit, they go and they look and they see how many followers that person has. Well, I'm like on my 3rd Instagram account, I think. Followers has nothing to do with it because if you know how the digital business works, you are getting them off that platform anyway because social media doesn't belong to us. And you can pay to get a lot of followers. So the followers actually mean nothing. I have some famous friends in South Africa and they have a lot of followers, but they're not making money with it because it's just followers. So if you thought that you needed a lot of followers, you can get that out of your head. You don't. You're going to learn how to attract your type of buyers. And then when you know your perfect customer is, you create products that sells themselves because they are built to solve real problems, right? And you save time, energy, and frustration. No more throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping something sticks. If you know who you're talking to, you know you can be successful because you know how to talk to that person, you know how to help them. And if you know how to help them, you'll know how to sell. Selling doesn't have to be salesy. You're just helping, you're serving instead of selling. Okay? So your perfect customer is someone who's already looking for a solution. They have a problem and they have urgency. And they have spending intent. A lot of people will be online and they will create their content and hope someone buys from them. But they're not. We actually had it yesterday. Yesterday, I have a community where we do Monday calls. And someone asked me yesterday, but I think I need to change my perfect customer because I keep on getting people that don't want to buy from me or that they're not willing to spend the money, right? And I just gently helped her because it's just your messaging. In the beginning, when you are online, the algorithm will throw a lot of people your way. Okay, I'm saying throw, but you know what I mean. They will send a lot of people your way, but it's not to say it's your perfect customer. Your perfect customer has buying intent and they are urgent because their problem is urgent. Is that making sense, right? Yeah, that's making sense. Okay, so there's a difference between buyers and browsers. Okay, browsers, they would say, this is interesting. I like seeing this. They will consume your content, but they are freebie hunters. Most of the time, they just want to get that freebie that you have for them, and they might not even go through that freebie. They just put it aside. Buyers, on the other hand, they like, I need this now. I need to change my situation now. I need this product now. I cannot go on like I'm going on. They are ready to take action and they are problem solvers because they know they have a problem and they know they need to do something about it. Like when I needed a way to earn income, I knew I needed income. I knew I needed more money. I just didn't know how. So when I could find someone that was showing me how, I was like, I need this because I just need to know the how. I'll do it. A buyer has a pain that they want solved and a timeline. So urgency, like I cannot wait. And they'll even go buy from someone else if you don't show up because they are serious about it. And they have a budget or an income desire and a reason to do it now, not later. They don't want to do it later. Okay? They want to do it now. So what I'm going to show you now, this is where it gets all good. I'm going to show you how to actually create your customer avatar. You're going to know exactly who your customer is. Okay. So this is going to be a good exercise for you. As I'm writing down, you can write it down. Or if you're anything like me, I lock in very well. And I don't really make notes only afterwards because I concentrate. Okay. So pay attention in class. All right. It's going to help you a lot. So all right. So I'm not the best person to do this, but I think my palm tree, you can at least see it's a palm tree, right? And this could be an orange tree or whatever you call it, okay? But this is where your customer is. They have a pain, okay? They are looking to get to that side because they have a desire. Now, in this case, their pain, like in my customer's case, their pain is they need income. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I created my digital magnetic system. That's a done-for-you system. I'm going to show you because you're going to see my thought process and that you can apply it. Okay. So the pain was they needed income, they needed to make money. Their desire is they want to live a happier life. This is where the palm tree is and the little bit of grass is and the sun is shining. Okay. We all have a desire, right? Put yes in the comments if you have a desire right now. Like your desire can be you want to go study. Your desire can be you want to move. Your desire can be you want to have a child. Your desire can be you want to make more money. Whatever that desire is, you have that desire. And the best place is if you have it, you can so relate with your perfect customer. Your perfect customer is most likely you. Like in my case, my perfect customer was me. Okay? So the pain and the desire. So you need to help them to get over this bridge. Okay? You need to take your product, needs to take them from their pain to their desire. And this is what we're going to unpack. So what are we going to do now is we're going to identify their pain points. I'm going to share with you my customers' pain points and what their desires are. And then tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to build that bridge. It's going to become so clear. I know the very first day people tell me, Lizelle, my mind is like, I didn't even sleep. My mind is going all over the show because your creative juices are going to flow like amazing. And I'm going to give you some goodies in your emails with the replay. Okay, I'm going to give you over 200 digital product ideas. I'm going to give you some nice goodies. Okay, so the pain that my customer had was they needed money. Okay, so as I'm writing down, you can write down what your customer's pain was. Their desire was they needed money, but their desire was they needed someone to show them how to make more. Exactly where I was, right? So they need the money, and we all know waiting for the lotto and waiting to win something can take a very long time. I was stuck for 3 years blaming everybody in my life, blaming COVID, even blaming God, blaming everyone because I was stuck financially and I didn't know how to get out of it. So my customer is stuck. They need money, but their desire is they want like a step-by-step of how. That's obviously going to give them the money. Okay, so that's their desire. They don't want to be worried about money. They want to make money. The next pain point that they have is my customer knows that there's ways to make money. They realize digital is the way of the future. But they are not techie. Some of my customers are so scared of a laptop. They are like, Lizelle, I don't even know how it works. A lot of my customers aren't even on social media. So they are already stressed like, I see people are making money, but I can't. So their pain point is, man, I wish I could make money, but I'm just not techie. Okay. So what they would want is someone to do it for them. I'm saying done for you. That's their desire. They want someone to do it for them instead of them having to figure it all out. Okay. The next thing, this is quite a big one for my customer, is time. Because my customer is working all the time. They are already working a 9 to 5. They're already doing their best to make a lot of income. So they don't have time for a side hustle, man. They don't have time to go on a year-long course in learning how this all works. So what they need something that's not going to take a lot of time, right? They need something that is fast. Remember, I said my buyer and your buyer has intent. They are urgent with their situation. They can't wait months and months. So they needed something fast. Okay. The fourth thing is they are in a cycle. You guys can see all good here, right? Okay. They are in a cycle. That paycheck cycle that I spoke about, my customer is there. So what happens is they take out the credit card and they go do stuff on the credit card and they feel some relief a month or so. And then next month they worry now about the credit card and the outstanding stuff that they still need to pay. So they keep on being in a cycle. They would get some money in, and then something will happen. They need to pay for the car, or the geyser broke at the house, and they need to pay for the stuff. So they feel like they're not winning. Okay, so they're in that cycle. What they want is consistent income. I'm doing dollar signs. Okay, they want consistent income. They don't want to worry about only getting paid once a month. Okay. The next thing is my customer feels very alone. Not only alone in their finances, they feel like they are the only ones in this position. They're feeling alone because they are embarrassed to ask people for help. They're feeling alone because they've tried to make money online. They have tried to do some courses. They have bought something here, bought something here. It's not that they haven't made effort. It's just they buy something and then people leave them. And they feel alone. They just keep on feeling stuck. So what they needed was, they needed proper support. And as I list this, you can list yours, okay? There's a lot of them. I'm just going to list a couple of more, okay? The other thing is, my customer doesn't have confidence. I don't know about you, but if money is tight, you don't feel like showing up on social media, do you? Yes? I didn't. So a lot of my customers, they don't feel confident in showing up on social media because they don't know anything. They don't know how to make money online. They don't know how it works. They're feeling lousy. They're not in a good place. So they are not feeling confident, right? So what they needed was, they needed deeper support. Deeper support, and I'm going to say training. Deeper support and training, because it's good to, yes?
Just lift up a little bit, or just bend your camera, or how you do it.
Okay, hang on.
There you go.
Is that fine?
Thank you. Yes, perfect.
I can move it a little bit like that as well. So, where was I? You guys can see me, right? Okay. So, so they don't have confidence and they need a deeper training, because here's the thing: if finances are tight, and that's how good I know my perfect customer. You don't need people just to give you random advice. You need someone to help you get out of the situation. And most of the time, there's a lot of hurt and pain and not feeling worthy enough, lack of knowledge, lack of skills. And then, you can't just give someone money and have that they'll just be in the exact same position the next month. You want to really help them. So I knew that they needed deeper support. Okay, I'll do another one. Okay. And then content was the issue for them. Because if you want to make money online, you need to be able to do content. Like, at least show up on social media somehow. Okay, you can do it faceless completely, but you need to know how to do it faceless. You need to know how to attract the customers, and you need to know how to talk online, how to word your messaging, right? So what they needed was, they actually needed, I'm going to just say, templates. They needed templates plus AI. That's actually what they needed. Because AI can be your best friend if you know how to use it. And AI sounds very fancy and it's not. So that's what they needed. Okay, so let's quickly, let me quickly show you the breach. Okay, so these are the pain points and these are the desires, and that's what you write down. So now I'm going to show you how we built that breach. Your breach is the product. Okay, so this is going to be your product because your product is going to take them from their pain to their desire. I'm going to tell you how I did it, and then you can do that too. Okay, so I knew that my customers needed money, but they needed a step-by-step on how to actually make it. They just needed someone to say, okay, exactly tell me what to do. So what I did was I created a 10K roadmap. And I showed them a faster way on how I made my first $10,000 online. And because I went through trial and error, if you can save someone time and money, you can make a lot of money, right? This is why doctors get paid so much, lawyers, teachers. Okay, teachers don't get paid that much, unfortunately, a lot better online. But this is why you're getting paid for skills, because you are saving someone time and money. So I knew I could save them time and money because I went through a lot of trial and error. I know what works. I knew how I made my first $10,000 online, and I know how I can do it faster if I had to show someone how to do it. So I created a 10K roadmap. They were not techie. So what I did was, and here's the thing, I really didn't want to create my own product. I was happy just selling someone else's product. But I could see that my customer needed help. And this is why it's so important to have a heart to help people. Again, if you just want to make money, you're going to burn your fingers. Because sometimes in your business, you need to do stuff that you don't necessarily want to do, but because people are believing in you, they are wanting your help. And I didn't want to create my own system in the beginning, but I was like, I need to help these people. I could see my customers stuck. So what I did was I created a done for you system for them. Okay, a done for you system so that it's done for you, so that they don't have to create it. They don't have to create their own system, everything's set up for them and they can get going. Okay, can you see how I am removing, my product is removing the pain points. The next thing was time. Time was a big issue for them. So what I did was I gave them a framework, a daily framework that will take them 2 hours a day so they can have a fast result. If they can just spend about 2 hours a day being consistent on the activities that I show them what to do, their results will come fast. This is something that they can do while they're working their 9 to 5. They can plan to leave their 9 to 5. They can keep their 9 to 5 and do this on the side, right? Then a lot of them was in that cycle, you remember? In that cycle of paycheck to paycheck, and they can't just go onto one income stream, they need more. So what I did was I installed multiple income streams. Okay? Multiple income streams to ensure that they will get consistent income. In other words, instead of just having one product, and that's a training for another day, okay? I do that in my mastermind. Instead of having one product, we built a whole ecosystem so that they get a lot of income, okay? But in my program, I have multiple income streams that I give them into the system so they don't have to create more products, and all of the products complement one another. But for this workshop, I'm only going to talk about the one product, one problem, one solution, one person, one problem, one solution. And the reason, that's where you start. Later on, you can add product that complements one another. Okay. A lot of them felt alone and they needed support. So what I did was I introduced pod calls and coaching. What that will do for them, or is doing for them, is now, instead of feeling alone, they get into small groups on a bi-weekly basis with 5 and 6 figure earner coaches that can coach them, guide them, and walk out this road with them so they don't feel alone. And they get coaching where they get regular feedback on their content and their business processes, right? Then a lot of them didn't feel confidence. Okay? So I'm writing here MSF because this was actually one of my, I think it was my second digital product. I could see a lot of people on the online space were struggling. A lot of people. I have a lot of people in my program that's from different digital marketing courses. A lot of them have their own businesses and they just took their business online. But Magnetic Sales Formula is one of the products that I created where we speak about limiting beliefs. And we don't just speak about limiting beliefs, we deal with it. That's the part I spoke to you about where It's actually very easy to make money. It's easy to make money. It is so easy to make money. You know what's not easy? Believing that we can. Amen for whoever got that. Because it is. You can lose weight. It's so easy to lose weight. But it's believing you can. That's the problem. It's our own mindset that limits us. Because we have all these limiting beliefs. We have all this hurt and trauma in our life. We have told ourselves so many lies. So we believe lies, or people have labeled us that we believe, and then we struggle to get rid of it. And that's actually influencing your results, but you don't realize it. So I created that as a digital product before I even created my system. And people were getting so many results with that. Like, I remember someone being in digital marketing for a year and she's never made a sale. And the moment she did this, within her first 2 weeks, she made her first sale. Because of the mindset. Nothing wrong with the strategy and the product, but it's the mindset, right? So I introduced that so that they can get the confidence. They can get out of their own way. They can start working on their mindset and get rid of the limiting beliefs. And then I included it in here because I already had it. And then content. Content was the issue because my customer doesn't know how to create content. They don't know how to show up online. So what I created in my product was an AI bot. What I did was I took the strategy that I had that made me multiple six figures in dollars online. I plugged it into a system, okay? Because everybody can go to ChatGPT and say, create content for me, but then it's going to create generated content for you. I took what I was learning, what was working for me, what was making me money, and I put it into a system. I created an AI bot. So that bot is trained on creating content. So instead of them having to think about what to post, the bot creates it for them, creates their content for them, their emails for them, their business strategy, helps them work out what they can make. If they ask it for a target, it even gives a motivational post. Okay, so it's awesome. So you can see now my product is this in the middle. Do you guys agree that it's building the bridge? It's taking my client from pain to their desire. Yes, if you agree. It does, eh? That's exactly what your product should do. You need to go through step by step. And when you do this, this is also a massive confidence booster, because when you know what you are giving your client, you'll be so confident in what you sell because you know the gap that you are helping them with. You know that then, right? So tomorrow what we're going to do is I'm going to help you price it. So your homework for today is, let me just move this slightly. Your homework for today is, look, if you don't want to create your own product, just do it for the fun because it will help you. Okay, so go do that. The pain points, what type of product will get you the desire, and then tomorrow what we're going to do is I'm going to help you price it. I'm going to help you structure it tomorrow. And your eyes are going to pop out tomorrow, because a lot of times, most of the time, people are scared of asking a lot of money because they're just scared. And they don't know what to charge. And it's because they are not clear in what they charge and what they offer that they don't make the sale. And that they struggle, because if you are not clear and you're not confident about your offer, your customer is also not going to be. So today we built the bridge, right? Tomorrow we're going to package that into a product. Okay. Man, I'm getting good with my time. Last time I was like 5 minutes over. So I'll take a quick question. Is there any questions? Like a quick question or two. We've got 5 minutes. Man, I'm getting good with my time. Okay? Because I so enjoy doing this. If you have a question, just let me know. Just click on raise hand and you can raise your question. Nika, you on? Nika, don't you want to come in and just share quickly for 2 minutes what you're busy with? Actually, I asked her just before we went live, because I want you to hear from someone that's created a digital product, that's doing well, and made money already from a digital product. Are you on here, Nika? I know she's got a little baby. Do you need Canva Pro Premium? And if you want to create a digital product, and that's what we're going to do on day 3, I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you a lot of goods there, okay? I'm going to show you, you don't need Canva Pro, but it depends on what you create. Like if you're a designer or you want to create invitations maybe or something like that, it's better to be on Pro because you get a lot of images that you can use. It's a little bit limited on the free version, but you can absolutely do it. Okay, I've got Serena on here. Serena! Okay, she actually had her own.
Now, hi.
Oh, there's Nika too. Okay, both of you. If you can quickly share. Nika, thank you so much. I want
Yeah,
to
it's a
thank you.
pleasure. Oh my gosh.
A lot of people think you have to have something big to be able to make money, and a lot of people don't believe that they can create a digital product. So Nika has created a digital product. Serena, there's a lot more, but I just want them to quickly share. Nika.
Okay, hi everyone. Oh my gosh, that was incredible, Lizelle. I just put in the comments. I can't believe the value that you get for free in this workshop. It is so crazy to me. But yeah, so I launched my first digital product, I don't know, like probably last year, June, I think, and it was just something small. So I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have two under two, and I created a homeschooling program for my daughter. And I just thought, you know what? I feel like there are moms that need this kind of thing that don't have the time and energy to put into actually creating this whole curriculum. So I just started selling that as a low ticket product. And since then, I've launched so many different products. I have in the digital niche, like in the digital marketing niche, financial niche. And then I have for moms, I have a postpartum, labor prep and postpartum guide that I sell. So yeah, just so many different things. And of course, just through your mentorship, it was so easy to create that and actually narrow down exactly who my target audience was, how I need to show up, how I need to get discovered. So yeah, I hope that sums it up a bit. But yeah, it's been incredible.
I love that. Thank you, Nika. That was short and sweet. But you've made some money now on with your because you were on leave now, maternity leave as well, right? So what?
Yeah.
Because you have worked before in your life before you even started digital. And how does it feel when you have created something that you created that you are making money with?
Oh my gosh, it's a feeling of I mean, I worked for 6 years, for 8 years, sorry, for 6,000 Rand a month. And then I had my first baby, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't afford anything. I need to ask my husband for everything. And I hated that feeling. And my husband was also not earning a lot of money. So, you know, we were just every single month was just a financial struggle. And I just wanted to get out of it. And when I launched my first product, it was scary, very, very scary. But at the same time, it's almost like this nervous excitement that you feel when you launch your first product. So it was absolutely amazing. And yeah, I mean, I was literally giving birth and I made a sale. I only saw it after giving birth, obviously. But I mean, that's just how powerful the online space is. I couldn't believe it when I got home with like my 2 hour baby, 2 hour old baby, and I went on my phone for the first time that day and I saw I'd made sales. It was absolutely insane. So yeah, anything is possible with the online space. It's so incredible. And I mean, as a full-time stay-at-home mom with two under two, I still get to do this in between. So it's just the most incredible opportunity
I
to,
love that.
just go
I love
digital.
that. Thank you so much, Nika. I just because Nika
No, it's a pleasure.
actually, and we'll get into there is a faster route. We'll get into that. But a lot of people they're just scared. They're just scared of creating their own thing. Is Serena, are you still on? You can quickly share before we go. Where's Serena? Did she go? Everything is digital. So we're going to get into that tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to send you over 200 digital ideas. And what we're going to do is tomorrow, I'm going to help you choose what type of digital product to create. Okay, we're going to get in all the, tomorrow it's going to make so much more sense. What I wanted to focus on today is just the pain and the desire, because when you start here, you've got the right foundation. Because then it's not just about creating something for the fluff. It's really creating something to help someone. Tomorrow we are going to price and structure it. Okay, Serena, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Lizelle. I'm so sorry I couldn't even be in this meeting because I just had my presentation for my own product in the same slot, and I couldn't realize it was in the same one. But I cannot tell you guys, when you understand, when you have got the skills and you know how to enter the digital space, then it's just a matter of filling in who you are, what your life is about, all everything that I call it aligns. My life aligned when I had the skills that I found in this program. And when I, at the end of last year, looked at the year that was lying ahead, and I realized, oh my word, I need to show up differently for what is lying ahead because I want to change my life. And I realized, but how am I going to do that with the mindset issue that I have? And because I knew how to go digital and I knew I had a problem, I created my own solution for my problem, but not to put it out in the world. When I created a solution, I call it AVA, it's an AI mindset system to help me. For me, it was created for me to help me in my journey going forward in building my business. And once I created it and I started sharing it with my friends and family, I saw the effects Ava had on the people around me. Then I knew exactly, okay, I've got something here. I need to package that. But if I did not have the skills in knowing how the digital space works, I would have sat with something that can potentially change somebody's life because I just had somebody in tears telling me what this product is meant for them. So if you are sitting here and you're thinking of, I am scared of the digital space, this avenue of business, there's not a better avenue that you can step into because this is where life is heading. And if you're not in this avenue, get yourself in there and expose yourself to the skill because when you have the skill, your ideas come and then they fit into the gaps that you didn't have before. And then all of a sudden everything aligns. And that's exactly what happened to me. Today I paid out just under $500 in affiliate commission that other people are now also gaining from the product that I was able to make because of the skill that I've learned. Yes, so you cannot go wrong on this. Thank you, Lizelle.
I love that. And I'm so proud of you, Serena, and Nika too. I'm really, really so proud of you. You're going to hear some more stories of people that stop, because there's a faster way, like I said, and we're going to explain it all to you. Tomorrow, like I said, we're structuring and pricing your product. So tomorrow is a lot of fun because it's just you'll be able to do your sums. And, a lot of people tell me, but Lizelle, I'm in this situation. I need to make money. I'm going to show you how to do it tomorrow. It really, really is completely simple. You just need the structure. And I'm going to show you. Okay. All right, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Make sure you join live and watch out for that email with the replay that I'll be sending.